Welcome back. We have a lot to go through today, so I will get right to it. This is going to be my new workshop area, and I've made all of these barrels with all of the different things divided up into it. I have barrels for the dust, sand, and gravel. I also have barrels for the different ore dust only, and I'll show you guys the reason why in a second. I also cleaned up the area. I've moved the different things from in the house over here. I built a chest that is bigger that will hold all the different stuff in it. I also took out this dirt area and put these up like this. I'm not sure if I want to or not, if I want to keep that. I may end up moving it. I don't really like it. It seems a little too cramped. But these are the different color flowers that I ended up getting out of the podzol. 32 podzol gave me one of each of those plus 4 more seeds of the same colors. So I'm only missing 4 colors. And like orange, teal, purple, and magenta. I think those are the colors. Anyway, but that's not what we're working on today. I want to show you what I have done. But first, I actually need to make something really quick, and I already have it all set up here. We are going to make another magmatic dynamo. We were one short. Okay, sorry about that. I had a coughing fit. Being sick is not fun. Okay, so we were one magmatic dynamo short of having a good amount of power down here. We have enough for this contraption, but we needed one more. And this is what I'm going to explain in my video today, how I did all this. So I made this platform underneath. It's not pretty, but this is going to be, it's all automated, and so I don't really have to come down here. The sound of the fire is kind of bothering me, so I may end up putting a sound muffler down here, which would probably be a good idea. So first off, we have, excuse me, here, a cobble maker. So underneath the brown is a block of water, and underneath this is a block of lava. So we have just one world interaction upgrade, and that seems to be enough. I put one of the oak drawers here because we had a lot of oak drawers from up above, and it holds 2048, and it actually is enough. It's enough of a buffer for these. It does really well. So I have 10 crucibles sitting up here. I have a transfer node here. There's nothing in it because we don't need any speed upgrades or anything like that. It runs fast enough. Importing the cobble or inputting the cobble into the crucibles. And I have hardened fluid ducts coming along here. You know what? I never did connect those. I need to make some more of those. Don't let me forget. I'll probably forget. So these, the pipe needs to come along the other side and connect with the other side. So far this is all just running off of 5 crucibles, and that seems to be enough. That doesn't seem like it's too bad. I also have the stone barrel down here in case I need to make something with the lava. So I have nether rack with fire that gives the melting speed a 3.0. With lava, it's 2.0. With a torch, it's 1.0. And I think with pyrotheum, it's 7 or 5. I think it's 7 on top of the source of pyrotheum and 5 under flowing or overflowing pyrotheum. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that. I also have the cobble coming down into pulverizers. There's one of them over here, and there's two on the other side. So I will need to connect these hardened pipes, or the hardened fluid ducts around. I just forgot. I ran out. I needed like two. No, I need three. So I have this pulverizer going, it's coming in on one side. The gravel is going out to the next pulverizer, and any sand that is the secondary output gets put output on top. So this is the one it's going into. So the gravel comes in and the sand and any dust is the secondary output, get output the top. Over here it's coming in and the gravel and the sand are coming out the top. This one, again, the gravel is coming, or the cobble is coming in, the gravel is going to this machine. This is making the sand, and the sand is going to this machine, and this is making the dust. Now all of the gravel, sand, and dust are coming out, and I have filters. These all have servos that I have the redstone disabled so that it will automatically pull out of the machines. And here I have filters. So I have it set to whitelist dust, whitelist sand, and whitelist gravel, so that way they'll be sorted. Then I have servos and item ducts pulling out of those and going into this red chest. The red chest is getting everything. So I needed, oh, wow. Okay, so if we look up dynamic, okay, so if we look up the different types of servos there are, I would really like to have had the signalum servo, but I don't have a way of melting redstone. So I went with the reinforced servos, which take electrum, and those give me 9 slots. So I needed 3 sides to be able to pull out all of the extra stuff that that we get from sifting everything. So that's also going to keep any dust, gravel, and sand that end up in the box. We'll pull those out and they'll go upstairs. So that's where all of those are going. Then the auto packager here takes this stuff, and I have it in 2x2 only. So it'll take this and it will form it into blocks, which will go into here. Now I have a servo here set to whitelist the dust only. There's a servo back here to blacklist the dust. Everything else it will pull out and put into the hammer. The hammer will then hammer down the, if we look at these, any of the gravel or sand, it will hammer those down into the equivalent parts and then reform it until it gets to the powdered, and then we'll form it into the powdered block, which will then send it upstairs. So this is pulling out and going back into there. I've had it connecting to this pipe, but that did not work out too well. The sand, gravel, and dust were coming back into there. It was creating a loop. It was not good. So we got to keep those separate from each other. I also have a trash can down here and a servo for when, and I have it set to whitelist. Whenever we get an overflow of something, it'll probably be flint first, because that's usually what it is for Agrarian Skies. So when we fill up the barrels upstairs and we start getting an overflow and this chest starts overflowing, then we can whitelist it here and turn that on, so that way it will automatically delete that. And as we get overflows of stuff, we can either turn this whole thing off or we can just start trashing things. So that is my automatic ore processing. The reason why I did not do this on camera was because it took me hours to get this set up the way that I wanted. I knew what I wanted to accomplish with this, and this is about half of what I want to actually accomplish. There's other things that I want to do with this setup, but for now, this is how I have it set up, and it's pretty compact. I don't see how you could possibly get this even more compact than it is. The power for the pulverizers is down below. It's also powering the sieves on the side, and then I have the power conduit going down underneath to get to the auto packager and the hammer. So those are the only things that need power, and we're still doing probably, you know what, are these at 40 RF, 40 RF. So I think these are all going at max power now, 40 RF. Is this actually running at full power? No, it's not. So we just needed about 20 RF more, somewhere between 20 and 25 RF more than what 2 magnetic dynamos could do. So that is pretty much it. That's all inclusive ore processing. We don't really have to come down here too much. And we have that all set up. So with the fire, I think I will make a sound muffler. Let's see, so loud. Sound muffler. We're going to need wool and a note block. Do we have enough string for 8 wool? No idea. I decided to plant trees, the extra kind of trees around, just to give it a little more outdoorsy feel. Oh yeah, we have enough. Let's see, that's good enough. I also changed this around. I've made a compact chest, a pretty big one, a 12 by 12. So that way I'm tossing all of the extra bows. I saved this one because it was enchanted. And I'm getting feather falling for leather boots. So I don't want to get rid of those either. But I made a compact chest, so everything is going into there. Then I have a servo that is pulling everything that's in the barrels out of the chest. It works so much better than how I had it before. I have the potions of healing that witches drop into a barrel. All of these potions have come out of the little Thaumcraft reward bag things that you get occasionally, and I decided to put up the heads of people that drop their heads, and once their head is on the wall, I'm getting rid of the rest of their heads. After Sky Factory 2 and having a ton of heads and nothing to do with them, I'm not keeping them around. So let's get some wood. We're gonna need, what, a couple pieces, I think. Yeah, I may just move those over here and have like another section of barrels. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. So there's that. We're gonna need that, like that. We need a piece of redstone. I just wanted one piece. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so nice. So nice. You know, while we're up here, so I made this little area off to the side of the barrels, and behind it are where the pipes come up and attach to all the barrels, and I decided to use the sky stone and cover it. So I placed covers on both of the ends. There's not a cover on top, but I do have some glowstone nooks up there to light it up. So I thought that made it look nice. It looks like there's skystone blocks there, but it's just covers. So I would like to do something like that over here as well. And maybe something to cover this up, or maybe move this in some way. I don't know what I want to do with that. So maybe we'll put that stuff over here along with, I would like to make automatic smooth stone, and then make automatic stone bricks and obsidian and anything that could be automated block-wise, soul sand, all of that stuff. Let's get the sound muffler down so I do not have to hear that anymore. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't want it to catch on fire, but I don't want it to be like too far. I'd rather it not be over there. Alright, maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see if that works there. I also cleaned up this area and just left those in there like that. Moved the bookcase up, moved my bed up. So everything else is out here in the open with everything else. I made a 12 by 12 chest so that way we have something for the all the metals. I also placed a lever on this. If you flip it to the on state, it will turn this off. I was tired of removing it and then putting it back on, and a lever is a super easy way to do that. You can kind of hear the fire is not as bad as it was. So maybe we'll have to move it over closer to this side. I don't know. Maybe. So I don't know if that actually did anything in the book. It says there's 3 things done. Oh yeah. Since the last episode, I put half slabs down over the top of the spikes and just killed some. Yeah, let's do the reward back. And killed some mobs until I got that quest done, and then I had to kill 10 creepers. So 1 skeleton, 1 zombie, and 10 creepers is pretty much how long I did it for, and then there was 6 more zombies. So that's pretty much it as far as that, and then I ended up putting taking the half slabs off and putting it back up. Mycelium. Oh yeah, we got an ancient spore finally. Oh, we have 7 of them now. But we finally got one. I don't know how many of those of sand that I sifted. Good and basic. Let's look at our basic first. We got a Flame 5, Translucency 5, apple, nice, and spider eyes and fermented spider eyes. I don't like not being able to hear chests. That's going to be a problem. Yeah. But I'm going to hear my footsteps. I don't know. I'll have to play around with where to put that. I would still like to be able to hear things on this level, but I don't want to hear the fire down below. So that is my automated ore processing. I'm pretty excited about it. We've been getting lots of stuff. We finally got some charged Certus quartz, which is good, and we're getting some redstone back. I kept robbing the mob farm of redstone, and I just needed so much redstone for all those servos, and filters and everything else. It just seemed like I needed a lot of redstone. Let's see. My automated packager ended up making this. Yeah, I don't have any other things to put in here. Kept making sandstone and the gravel bricks. Yeah. So, and I already have a bunch of the gravel, sand, and dust, which is good. And I want to set up the automated, I want to automate clay, soul sand, with which one takes dust, the other takes sand, obsidian, smooth stone, stone bricks, and I don't know if there's a way to automate the mossy cobble. There would be for making it, like crafting it, but actually growing it, I don't know. Okay, so we got the ancient spores. Excuse me. So I think that's going to be it for the day. That was a lot of information. I don't want to bombard you guys with any more than that. It took me a long time. I even went into a creative world and tested it out, and I think that was the best way to do it. I tried it out with solar panels, and it works well with the solar panels, because I was going to do it up here in this area with the solar panels, but it would have taken the it would have taken the level 2 solar panels. It would have taken one for each of the machines, and that there's 6 pulverizers, and the hammer and the auto packager could have shared it, but even with just the 6, that's like what, 48? No, that can't be right. I don't know. Of these, and it's just, that's a lot. That's a lot of wood and glass and silver. I would have needed 72 pieces of silver. I counted it out, and I had like 17. So I decided to go with the magmatic dynamos instead. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informational. I hope you guys learned something. It's a pretty compact, neat little setup. I think I did a good job with it, and you can have it displayed however you want, or automatically input into an AE system would make it even more compact. You wouldn't need all of the item ducts that are there. So let me know what you guys think. And if you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up and let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see me do more often. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!